everyone, my name is Anna. For today, I am going to be doing an update, a winter update on my plants that are overwintering here in my garage. I have some of my plants here and most of them outside in my backyard or inside my greenhouse. I will be starting my update here in the garage. Usually I do it first outside, then I do my garage last. But this year I'm going to do the garage first because lately it has been so cold outside. It's wet. It's been raining for a few days now. Not as much as what California got, but it was not like non-stop drizzling for the past few days. So it's been cold and wet, and then today it's very windy. So I couldn't get a good video without the wind, interrupting or interfering with my audio. So anyway, we'll do the garage first. It is a tight squeeze in here. As you can see, there is our vehicle very close to the plant racks, but I'll try to do my best. Okay, so anyway, these are all the plants here. They are under grow lights. So this year I am using Spider Farmer and Mars Hydro grow lights. And then I have also a Vivo Sun over there. The very last grow light is a Vivo Sun. All the grow lights that I use, the links to them will be below this video, just in case you're interested to get the same grow lights. And I am very happy with all of these grow lights. I did not use some of the grow lights that I had before because I wasn't happy with the way they're performing. But these four here, they are very good grow lights, so I highly recommend them. So going back to my plants, these are the ones that I overwintered here in my garage. Mostly they are euphorbia, seedlings, cuttings of cacti, those that are still rooting. So like those are all root cuttings that I am rooting. Hopefully they've rooted by now. I have some goni aloe. Oh, this is the goni aloe that I planted or repotted. I made a video when I did this one. So this one has a little offset right here growing. Okay, so this is it now. I believe it's doing okay in this pot, doing well. Actually, I just saw it this morning. It is starting to form a flower right there. That is the start of a flower. So this is a goni aloe variegata, or the tiger aloe. And then this one is the other goni aloe that I recently also repotted during fall. And this one is also in flower. Now the pot where this came from, the label said it's also a goni aloe variegata or a tiger aloe. They're supposed to be the same, but I can see how different they are growing. So you can see this has more of open rosette. See, and then this one, the leaves are growing more upright. Okay, the leaves are more upright on this one. It is also very thick. This is very thick leaves compared to this one. I am thinking that this might be another type of goni aloe. It might be a goni aloe denteri. I may be wrong, but we will see. I also noticed that the inflorescence of this one is very thin compared to when this forms its inflorescence. The inflorescence of the tiger aloe is very thick. Too bad they did not flower at the same time. This formed much later, but when this flowers, the inflorescence is actually very thick, almost like a pencil, that thick compared to this one. So I am thinking that maybe this is another type of goni aloe. I hope so. That way I have two different types. Okay, and then like I said, I have all my euphorbia out here. Euphorbias don't do well in very cold temperatures, so try to keep them above 45 or 50 degrees Fahrenheit, because colder than that you would see some damage on them. So they cannot tolerate very cold temperatures. So I have most of my euphorbia in here, and then here's another one. of my euphorbia. The others are actually, they're like all over the place. My arrangement here, as much as I want to arrange them according to the type of plant, I couldn't, but it's more of like their height. So the smaller ones are like directly underneath the grow lights, but the taller ones, I tried to keep them, away or farther from the grow lights so they don't burn. So it's basically according to the size of the plant. That's how I arrange them. So this is another euphorbia. Okay, this is the variegata. Um, Euphorbia. Man, I am blanking. I need more coffee. I can't think of the name, but I'll flash the name on the screen of this one. Corn cob variegata. That is the common name. I forgot the scientific name of it. And then what else do I have in here? Oh, I would like to show this one to you guys. This is a cactus. I don't know what the name of this is, but I got this one from E Street Garden Center last summertime, I think, when I went to California. It did not have a name, so I don't know what it is exactly, but look at how it is developing some aerial roots. Okay, see those aerial roots? There's some up here. There's more down there. These are the first ones that formed last summer. And then I noticed again this one forming just this winter time. So I am curious as to what this cactus is. I feel like it wants to lean and cling on to something like a tree, like an epiphytic cactus, but obviously it is not. So, or maybe it likes to crawl, because much as I keep rotating it, it won't straighten out. So I feel like it wants to crawl on the ground and it's forming all those roots. So if you guys know what type of cactus does this, please let me know in the comments below this video. Okay, what else do I want to show you guys? Somebody was asking me if Ubelmania pectinifera is easy or hard to take care of. I have one right here. Honestly, I do not know because I haven't had this for a year. So I just got this last year during the show. So I honestly don't know yet if it's easy or it's hard. But some said that this likes more of like a tropical type of environment, so it doesn't like too cold or too hot of a weather. That's why I am overwintering here in my garage. This is Euphorbia platyclada, or the dead stick euphorbia. Very interesting how this one is growing. It actually flowered, but the flowers are very small. It's hard to see it, but it did flower for me. And then this right here is a Myrtillocactus geometricen, the crested form. This was in my greenhouse for the whole month of December, but then I see that it is actually starting to turn brownish purple on the tips. That means it is getting too cold for it, so I moved it here in my garage. I have two pots of this. This is the one that's from Brent Wigan from California, so he gave this one to me. I have another pot. The other one is doing okay in the greenhouse. This is the only one that showed signs of stress, so I moved it in here. Okay, and then moving on. This is a Haworthia cymbiformis. Let me try to squeeze here in my garage. So this is a Euphorbia cymbiformis and needs to be repotted. It is growing very well, but it's been several years that it's in this pot. So it has been growing, see, very long. So I wanna cut it and then restart everything, so at least it looks more compact. But it is growing very, very well this winter time. I have a lot of seedlings tucked in here. This is a Telocactus setispinus. I have a lot of that. See there. There's another pot right there. There's another pot right here. They all came from one from a single fruit from my Tello cactus plant 2 years ago. And I think it has a very good germination rate, almost, I would say maybe 100% germination rate. That's why I have a lot of this planted. Some are in my greenhouse because I'm testing on how well or how it can take the very cold temperature. So some are growing in my greenhouse, some are here. This is the cross that I made. This is my own hybrid. This is a cross between an aloe oik and an aloe lizard lips. This is 2 years old. Again, I have two pots of this. One, I'm keeping it here. The other one is outside, actually unprotected. So I'm testing how cold hardy it is. Somehow the one that is growing outside looks more pink than this one. So I think the cold temperature is bringing out the color on the ones that are outside rather than this one. This is more of green color here. I have more haworthias here. Haworthia are really growing very well this winter time. This is their growing season for me. See, this is even flowering. These are all flowering. Ooh, look at how pretty this cluster is. Look at this one. Variegated haworthia, variegated as well. And then there's another haworthia here. So all these are pretty old, like they've been in this pot for several years, so they're long. I need to restart them. That's the only thing with haworthias. When you have them for quite some time, they will become very leggy, so I want them more compact. So maybe the next few days or weeks, that is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be restarting and repotting a lot of my haworthia. Oh, here is my Thanksgiving cactus. It's back here again, tucked in the corner. I made a video about this when it was in full bloom, and I talked a little bit about its care. If you haven't seen that video, the link will be up on this screen. But now it's done blooming, so I place it back here on the corner. This is where the buds developed anyway, so it likes that spot. Okay, let's see, what else can I show you in this table before I move on? Oh, here, this is Mammillaria gracilis. I believe it's the Arizona snowcap, although somebody said it could have been oruga. I think Mary said it is also called Mammillaria oruga, so I'm not sure which one. They look very similar to me. Anyway, I bought this grafted on a dragon fruit, and these are actually offsets that I grafted myself, and they grew very well. As you can see, it has a lot of pops around it, so it grew very well, except I left this outside in my backyard in December during winter time. Although the cyan or the mammillaria itself is growing very well, but the rootstock is not very cold hardy. I do not know what kind of rootstock this is. I just got any columnar cactus that I could find in the store and grafted it on this one. But as you can see, the rootstock is suffering. I might have to do an emergency degraft on this one, although the other one seemed to be doing okay, but both of them were outside. That is one thing that you have to consider when you're grafting. Make sure the cyan and the rootstock have the same requirements, otherwise this is what is going to happen. All right, let's now move on to this rack over here, which actually mostly are seedlings. Okay, so it is very close to the grow light. By the way, these grow lights, the ones in here, they are, let me check. This is at 55% brightness, and this is at, let me see, 75. Okay, 75 brightness. Since they're very close to the seedlings, it's about a foot and a half height. I did not do 100% brightness on the grow lights because they will burn. So that is an advantage if you have a grow light where you can set the brightness. You don't have to be moving the height up and down. You can just adjust the brightness. Okay, so these are mostly seedlings. Again, there's a Tello cactus set. This Venus in there. Told you guys I have a lot of that. Here's another pot in here. So these are mostly seedlings. Some of them are 2-3 years old, maybe 4 for some. Okay, this is Echinopsis subdenudata, or the domino seedling. This is Echinopsis mirabilis. So is this one. But my gosh, the seeds of these took so long before they germinated. It took me 6 months before they finally germinated. I thought the seeds were bad, but no, it just took them a long time. I tried sowing the seeds 3 times, like 3 different times, and all of them germinated after 6 months. But once they germinated, they would grow very fast. These are, I think, 2 years old by now. Okay, and then I have more seedlings in here. It's too many to mention each one of them. Like this is Echinocereus rigidissimus, or the rainbow hedgehog. And then I have my Asclepiads back there, which are not looking very good. So I have Orbeas, Stapelias. Somehow they are struggling in my weather. They struggle during the summer. It's too hot for them. And then winter, it's too cold for them. So I'm trying my best to keep them alive. Here at the middle, I have more Euphorbia. That one back there, the tall one, that is Euphorbia inopla. That was given to me by Emaii of the Succulent Greenhouse. This, I believe, is a snowflake Euphorbia. This is from Ate Hermie of California. This is Euphorbia horrida and Euphorbia stellispina. So these two are from Clyde Morris, from Morris Park in the Ozarks. Oh, this one is a golden barrel that I chopped off the top because it was given to me, but it was growing etiolated, so it had a very thin growth on top. I didn't like the way it looked, so I chopped off the top. Hopefully it will form offsets around it, so when it grows it will look like a clump although the bottom is just a single cactus. All right, and then more seedlings of cactus in here. This is an aloe polyphila. This is from Ezra. This was given to me by a viewer, Ezra. So here it is now. He grew this from seed. This will spiral. Whoops, sorry. This aloe will spiral. It's just too young now to spiral, but this is the one that spirals. So this is one of my wish list aloes. Okay, ooh, I love how this one is growing. This is a Euphorbia heterochroma. Yeah, heterochroma from Brian of Puerto Rico. So he grew that and he gave me that one. This is Echinopsis irisii. This was from Lynn of Desert Plants of Avalon. So Lynn and Hans gave me this. This is a seed from their own plant. I sowed this in 2021. Okay, I need to repot this. And then this, oh, this is an Eriocarpus retusus. The seed was given to me by Daz of Cacti Mania. I sowed this in 2020, so it's 2 years, going on its 3rd year now. And my gosh, it is so slow. It's very slow growing. That's all the growth that I got in 2 years. This is very slow growing. So if you guys have the patience and the time, then by all means grow Eriocarpus from seed. Otherwise, I would suggest you to get one that is already big, because can you just imagine how many more years or decades I have to wait before this flowers? So if you have the time and the patience, then by all means it's cheaper if you grow it by seed, but you would have to wait very long time. So that is also the reason why Eriocarpus is very pricey, because they grow very slow. So I'm going to wrap up my video here. These are all the plants that I have overwintering here in my garage. But stay tuned for an update on the rest of my collection, my plants that are in the greenhouse, and also those that are overwintering unprotected in my backyard. Okay, so again, if you like this video, guys, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Follow me on Facebook and in Instagram. And until next time, bye everyone. And cheers!